Welcome to the Funnel Factor, everybody. All right. Welcome to the deep dive. You ready to dive in? Today, we're going to get into Funnelmates.
Oh, yeah.
Specifically, how to actually, connect your autoresponder.
Ooh, good one.
Based on Cindy's recent webinar.
Yes.
Now,
love her.
This might seem kind of like a technical detail.
It is.
Right. But it's really like the foundation.
Oh, totally.
For making any marketing funnel successful.
So true.
Because it's all about capturing those leads.
It is.
And then really being able to use those leads to build a relationship with your audience.
Couldn't agree more.
And for anybody who maybe hasn't heard of Funnelmates before, it's a platform that lets you build these really sophisticated marketing funnels.
Yeah.
So you know those sequences of pages.
Totally.
Emails that sort of guide somebody towards making a purchase.
It is.
Or taking an action.
Absolutely.
Or whatever. And what I thought was really cool about Cindy's webinar was how she emphasized how user-friendly this whole process is.
Yeah, that's something I've always really appreciated about Funnelmates.
Like she points out that Funnelmates, it works for product creators, but it also works for people who are using shared funnels.
Yes.
So
Live that.
It's adaptable to whatever role you're in.
Makes such a difference, right?
Yeah, you're not
to totally jump through
figure out workarounds.
Exactly.
So she was like, okay, you're going to go in.
Wherever on the button.
You're going to click integrations.
So easy.
And I was like, wow.
Yeah.
She really makes this seem
simple.
Very straightforward.
It is.
And this is where it gets really interesting, I think.
Okay, tell me more.
So she doesn't just focus on the technical how-to of connecting the autoresponder.
Right.
She also highlights the importance of list segmentation.
So important. It's such a powerful strategy.
A lot of people overlook.
Oh, yeah. So many people.
Yeah.
It's where the magic happens.
So for people who may not be familiar with segmentation, why is that such a game changer?
Okay, well, think about it this way. Let's say you're running a clothing store.
Okay.
You wouldn't send the same promotional email to somebody who has only ever bought T-shirts.
Right.
As you would to somebody who's consistently purchasing, high-end dresses.
No, that makes sense.
Totally different messaging, right?
Yeah.
Because segmentation is recognizing that your audience, it's not this, homogenous blob.
They're individuals.
They're individuals, yes.
Different.
Needs, interests.
Yeah.
Buying behaviors.
Yeah, so you're not just blasting everyone with the same email.
No.
You're sending them something specific.
Targeted. It's all about targeted messaging.
So that must make a huge difference with engagement and conversions.
Oh, huge.
People are way more likely to open an email that feels like it's written for them.
Absolutely. They feel seen.
Yeah.
They feel understood.
And they're probably more likely to trust you.
Way more likely.
And engage with your content and hopefully buy from you.
Become loyal customers. That's what we want, right?
That's the goal.
Exactly.
It's like you're speaking their language.
Totally are.
And I think it's cool that Cindy brings up segmentation in this context because it shows that Funnelmates is built with that in mind.
Absolutely. It's not just a basic funnel builder. This is sophisticated.
You can really fine-tune your marketing.
For sure.
And connect with your audience.
That deeper level.
On a deeper level.
Yes.
And that's what sets apart businesses that are successful.
Absolutely.
From businesses that just kind of blend in.
You got to stand out, right?
All right. So we've got the basics of connecting the autoresponder down.
Yes.
We've touched on segmentation. But Cindy also mentions that Funnelmates isn't limited to just autoresponders.
Oh, right.
They offer this whole suite of integrations.
Oh, it's so versatile.
Which really just expands what you can do.
What did she mention?
So she mentioned webinar software, AI bots, order responders, tracking scripts.
Wow.
So you can really
possibilities.
Build a complex and powerful marketing ecosystem.
Powerful, yes.
Within Funnelmates.
And it makes sense.
Yeah.
They want to stay ahead of the curve.
Right.
And marketing is constantly changing, so they're constantly adding new integrations, new features.
So they're not just giving you the tools to build a funnel. They're giving you the tools to build a business.
Yes. A thriving business.
All right. So we've talked about the importance of segmentation.
Yes.
The wide range of integrations that Funnelmates offers. But let's get back to that core. Of this deep dive, connecting that autoresponder.
Love it.
What else did Cindy highlight in her webinar?
Well, one thing that really stood out to me was her emphasis on flexibility when it comes to managing your leads. Right.
She mentioned different ways of handling that.
Yeah, exactly. And I thought this was really helpful because it caters to different needs and preferences.
So walk us through these two methods.
Okay, so the first method, probably the most straightforward, is directly connecting your autoresponder to Funnelmates.
Got it.
So you link it up in the settings, and then anybody who subscribes through your funnel gets automatically added to your list.
Simple. Seamless.
So that's great for like automation. People who like to just like
set it and forget
it.
Love it.
But then there's a second method.
Okay, tell me about that one.
That offers a little more control
Okay.
and flexibility.
Right.
And that is you can choose to export your subscribers as a CSV file.
Yeah.
So instead of them automatically getting added, you've got this spreadsheet with all their information.
Now, why would someone choose that method?
I was wondering that too.
Why would they want to do that?
Yeah.
When they could just connect it directly?
Right.
Well, there are a few reasons.
Okay.
Maybe you're using a tool that doesn't directly integrate with Funnelmates.
That makes sense.
Or maybe you want to do some data manipulation before you actually add them to your list.
Okay, so you're saying you have the option to fully automate it.
Yep.
Or have a little more manual control.
Depending on your needs and preferences.
Exactly. And I think that's a testament to Funnelmates. They want to provide options.
Yeah.
They want to empower you to choose the best workflow for you.
Yeah. And as we're talking about all this, one thing that really strikes me is how Cindy's teaching style reflects the user-friendliness of Funnelmates.
Oh, what do you mean by that?
Well, like she constantly checks in with the attendees.
Oh, yeah.
Like, is that clear?
Yes, she does.
Does anybody have any questions about that?
So good.
It's like she's anticipating any potential confusion, and she's addressing it right then and there.
I love that she's not just explaining the steps. She's making sure that everybody's on board and feeling confident.
Especially when you're dealing with something that might feel kind of technical or intimidating.
Right. It creates that sense of safety and encouragement, which is so crucial when you're learning something new.
It's like having somebody there with you.
Holding your hand.
Walking you through it step by step.
I love that. And it's something that I think really sets Funnelmates apart from some of those other platforms out there.
Yeah.
They really prioritize that user experience.
And make it approachable.
Yeah.
All right. So we've covered a lot in this first part.
We have.
We talked about the basics of connecting an autoresponder.
Yes.
The power of segmentation.
So important.
The wide range of integrations that Funnelmates offers. And the flexibility that you have when it comes to managing leads.
Love it. Is there anything else we should touch on before we move on?
You know, one thing that I think is worth highlighting is that while Cindy focuses on one specific autoresponder, as an example, Funnelmates actually supports a whole bunch of different
yes, she mentions that.
popular autoresponder services.
Yeah, that's important.
It'd be pretty limiting if it only integrated with one.
Yeah, they're trying to give us options here.
Right.
It doesn't matter what autoresponder you use.
Yeah.
Chances are they've got you covered.
So that's a big relief for anyone who's worried about compatibility issues.
For sure.
So no matter what your current setup looks like,
You got this.
you can integrate your autoresponder with Funnelmates
And start capturing those leads.
and start building those valuable relationships.
That drive your business forward.
Okay, I think that's a perfect place to wrap up this first part
Sounds good to me.
of our Funnelmates deep dive.
All right.
We've covered a lot of ground, but we're just getting started.
Oh, I'm excited.
In the next part, we'll delve deeper into the why behind all of this. Why connecting your autoresponder is so crucial for your marketing success and what it really means for you, the listener, and your business.
Can't wait, love a good why.
Me too. Stay tuned, and we'll be back in just a moment to continue our deep dive into the world of Funnelmates.
All right, see you soon. All right, welcome back to the deep dive.
Yes.
In this part, we're going to shift gears a little bit.
Okay.
And talk about why the seemingly small step of connecting your autoresponder can have a huge impact on your marketing success.
I love that shift from the how to the why.
Yeah.
You know, we can get so caught up in those technical details.
The weeds, yes.
That sometimes we forget to connect it back to the big picture.
Totally.
So, okay, let's bring it back to our listeners here.
Okay.
Why should somebody listening to this right now care about connecting their autoresponder in Funnelmates?
Good question.
What's the big deal?
Okay, so imagine this.
Okay.
Somebody lands on your website. They love what they see.
Okay.
And they decide to sign up for your email list.
All right.
That is a golden opportunity.
Yeah, they're raising their hand.
They are.
Like, hey, I'm interested.
Yes. Tell me more.
It's that first spark of connection.
It is.
It's
that spark.
And connecting your autoresponder lets you capitalize on that.
Absolutely.
Instead of letting that excitement fade away.
Yeah, you don't want to do that.
You can instantly send them a personalized welcome email.
Yes.
Introduce yourself.
Yes.
And start building that relationship.
Strike while the iron's hot.
Right?
Right.
Yeah.
You got it.
And this is where automation becomes your secret weapon.
Oh, yes.
You don't have to manually email every single new subscriber.
No.
Funnelmates and your autoresponder work together.
They do.
To make sure each person gets the right message at the right time.
That's the magic.
So you can focus on creating great content.
Yes.
And crafting those email sequences while the platform handles the delivery. So it's not just about sending a one-off welcome email.
Yep.
Right? You can actually nurture those leads over time.
Nurture, yes.
Deliver value.
Provide that value.
Share your expertise and gradually guide them towards becoming a customer.
It's journey.
It's like building a bridge.
Oh, I love that.
Between that initial interest
yes.
and then that final decision to buy.
The purchase.
Right.
Yeah.
And each email you send is like another step across that bridge.
It is.
Building trust along the way.
You got it.
And as you grow, you can leverage those segmentation strategies we talked about.
Yes.
To make those emails even more targeted.
Powerful.
And effective.
Yes.
So it's not just like a static one-size-fits-all.
Yeah, no.
It's dynamic. It's evolving.
It is. You're constantly refining.
Yeah. And that's what makes email marketing so powerful.
I love email marketing.
Yeah.
It's so powerful.
Yeah.
Because it's not just broadcasting.
It's a conversation.
It's a conversation. Yes.
It's about building community.
Community.
Building those genuine relationships.
That will last.
That will sustain your business in the long run.
Yes.
So connecting your autoresponder isn't just a technical checkbox on your to-do list.
It's not.
It's a strategic investment.
It is.
In the long-term health and growth of your business.
That's how you got to think about it.
I love how you frame that.
I'm glad you like it.
It's not just about collecting email addresses.
Yep.
It's about building something meaningful.
It is.
Something that lasts.
Yeah.
As you were talking about nurturing leads and building relationships, something from Cindy's webinar popped into my mind.
Oh, tell me.
Do you remember when she briefly mentioned?
Oh, yeah, I do.
The Funnelmates marketplace.
Yes.
I was so intrigued by that.
Me too.
Yeah, she didn't go into it too deeply.
No.
But it definitely sparked my curiosity.
It was a little nugget.
Yeah, it could unlock a whole new level of possibilities.
It could.
Within Funnelmates.
Right.
If I remember correctly, she mentioned something about being able to list your funnel.
Yeah.
For others to use. You could create a killer funnel.
Yes.
Perfect it. And then make it available for other businesses to use.
So cool.
Potentially even selling it.
Yeah.
That's what I was thinking.
Yeah. Imagine the time and effort that could save.
Yeah.
For somebody just starting out.
Right. Instead of having to reinvent the wheel.
Totally.
They could just access.
Proven.
Yeah. These pre-built funnels.
That have been tested, refined.
That have already been
They work.
Yeah, working.
Right.
Yeah.
So good.
And for more experienced marketers, it could be a way to share their expertise.
Yes.
And potentially generate passive income.
Passive income?
By selling their funnel creations.
I love it.
It's like a whole new revenue stream.
It is.
Within Funnelmates.
That's so cool.
It's fascinating to think about.
Yeah.
The potential of that marketplace.
Right.
And how it could connect funnel creators with businesses looking for those ready-made solutions.
That's powerful.
It's like a whole ecosystem.
It is.
Of knowledge sharing and collaboration.
Yeah.
Okay, I have to admit I'm officially hooked.
I am too.
On this idea of a funnel marketplace.
I know. We have to do another deep dive on this.
Yeah, we might need a whole separate episode.
Yes.
To explore that concept.
Absolutely.
But for now, let's bring it back.
Okay.
To the core focus of this episode. Connecting your autoresponder.
Love it.
As we're wrapping up this part.
Yes.
What's the one key takeaway that you want our listeners to walk away with?
I think the biggest takeaway is that connecting your autoresponder is not just a technical step.
Right.
It's a strategic decision that empowers you to automate your marketing, build those meaningful relationships with your audience.
It's not just about capturing leads.
And ultimately, drive that sustainable growth for your business.
It's about nurturing them.
Yes.
Guiding them. Creating a true sense of connection.
You got it.
And recognizing that email marketing, when done right, can be one of the most effective and rewarding tools.
Powerful. In your arsenal.
Okay, so we've covered the why
Yes.
behind connecting your autoresponder. And we've even ventured into this world of the Funnelmates marketplace.
So cool.
Where should we go from here in the final part of this deep dive?
Okay, so one thing that I think often gets overlooked is the importance of testing.
Oh, yeah.
And refining your funnels.
That's huge.
Because it's easy to get all caught up in the excitement of building the funnel and then just assume that it's going to work perfectly.
Like, I'm done.
Right out of the gate.
Yeah, I built it. I'm good.
But the real work begins once that funnel is live.
It's like the difference between having a car that runs and having a car that, like, purrs like a kitten and gets you amazing gas mileage.
And you got to maintain it right.
Right.
You can't just drive it for thousands of miles without checking the oil or changing the tires.
Right. That would be a recipe for disaster.
Exactly.
So how do we apply that same mindset of maintenance and optimization to our funnels?
It starts with understanding that you're never really done with your funnel.
Right.
It's an ongoing experiment.
It's always evolving.
It's a constant process of learning and improvement.
And the Funnelmates gives you the tools to embrace that.
That mindset, that experimental mindset.
So I remember Cindy mentioning something about built-in analytics.
Oh, yeah.
In Funnelmates.
Yes.
Can you elaborate on that a bit?
Okay.
What kind of insights can we gain?
Okay, the analytics dashboard in Funnelmates is a gold mine of information.
Okay.
You can track all sorts of key metrics like conversion rates, click-through rates, even how long people are spending on each page.
Ooh.
It's like having a microscope that lets you see exactly how people are interacting with your content.
So that's really valuable. Instead of just guessing what's working or not.
You have data.
You have data.
Data-driven decisions.
Right.
Yes.
So can you give us an example of how someone might use that data to make changes to their funnel?
Let's say you notice that a lot of people are clicking on a particular button in your email, but then they're not actually completing the desired action, making a purchase.
So you've got their interest.
Or signing up for a webinar.
But you're losing them somewhere along the way.
You're losing them. Yeah. So armed with that data, you could start investigating why that's happening.
Yeah.
Maybe the button text isn't clear enough.
Yep.
Maybe the page they're landing on isn't quite aligned with their expectations.
Yeah.
So by analyzing the data,
and doing some A/B testing, you can identify the problem. And make adjustments to improve that conversion rate.
It's like being a detective.
It is.
Following the clues.
You got it.
Figuring out how to create a smoother experience.
And the more you experiment
for your audience,
the more you iterate, the better your funnel will become.
It's like a continuous cycle of learning and refining and ultimately achieving better results.
Exactly.
So even if you're not like a tech whiz or a data scientist, Funnelmates gives you the tools.
It does.
And the guidance to approach your marketing with that data-driven mindset.
Data-driven decisions. We love it.
I love it.
It sets it apart from those other platforms.
Yeah.
Because it's not about building pretty funnels.
Right.
It's about empowering you to create funnels that convert.
That get results.
That generate revenue. That truly serve your audience.
Yeah, that's such a crucial point.
It is.
At the end of the day,
it's all about creating a positive experience for your audience.
Yes.
And delivering on the promises that you make.
You got it.
And when you focus on providing value.
Yes.
Building those genuine relationships.
That's all about relationships.
The sales will naturally follow.
They will.
All right. I think we've covered a lot of ground in this deep dive into Funnelmates.
Yes.
We've talked about the technical aspects of connecting your autoresponder, the strategic power of list segmentation,
powerful,
the flexibility of managing your leads.
Love that.
And the importance of testing and optimizing
like maximum impact.
Your funnels.
Yes. And we even got to talk about the Funnelmates marketplace.
Yeah, which I'm still excited to explore.
Me too. But
before we wrap up.
Yes.
Is there anything else that stood out to you from Cindy's webinar?
Let me think.
Any final nuggets of wisdom?
Okay, one thing that really stuck with me
was Cindy's emphasis on simplicity.
Oh, yeah.
Even though Funnelmates is this powerful platform.
with all these advanced features, she constantly reminded us that the most effective funnels are often the simplest ones.
That's such a good reminder.
It is, because it's easy to get caught up in all the bells and whistles and try to overcomplicate things. Yeah. But sometimes the most straightforward approach is the best.
Yeah. And I think sometimes that's the hardest thing to do.
It is.
To keep things simple.
Yeah.
Remember, your goal is to guide your audience towards a specific action.
Yes.
And the less friction there is along the way,
the better.
The better.
Yeah.
So don't be afraid to keep things
simple,
clean, clear, concise. Focus on creating a smooth, intuitive experience for your audience.
And don't be afraid to experiment.
Yeah.
And have fun with it.
Have fun.
Yeah, because marketing should be enjoyable.
I love that.
And that sense of playfulness often leads to the most creative and effective solutions.
It's not about being perfect or having all the answers right away. It's about being curious.
Yes.
Trying new things.
That's right.
Learning and evolving.
Absolutely.
Well, on that note, I think it's time to wrap up.
Okay, sounds good.
This deep dive into Funnelmates.
Yes.
Hopefully you're leaving with a clearer understanding.
I hope so.
Of how to connect your autoresponder.
Yes.
The power of list segmentation.
So important.
The importance of testing.
Yes.
And optimizing your funnels.
For maximum impact.
You got it. And if there's one thing we hope you'll take away from this episode.
What's that?
It's the confidence to dive in.
Yes.
And start building your own amazing funnels.
Do it.
Don't be intimidated by the technology.
You got this.
Or the process. Just take that first step.
Just do it.
And you'll be amazed at what you can create.
You will be.
That's a perfect ending.
I agree.
Thank you so much for joining us on this deep dive.
It's been so fun.
Into the world of Funnelmates.
Yeah.
Until next time. Happy funneling.
Happy funneling.